Okay, hello, people of the internet. You smell that? You know what that smell is? It's a smell of a Friday. That's right, it's a Friday evening. I'm finally in a good mood. I mean, that's relatively speaking. No, I apologize if I was a little bit cranky in the last few. When you work a day job as intensive as mine, and you get off work and all you want to do is relax, but you also have other obligations that you need to fulfill. I'm sorry, I got a little tense, but today's a good day. It's Friday. I ain't got no job. That's not true. I do have a job. Thank God I still have a job. Anyway, 90s memes aside, just to slink the video, what I'm doing here is I'm going to be doing some storyboarding for my new animation series, the new episode of my long-standing animation series. And yeah, we're just going to put on some chill music, and I'm going to pick up the drawing where I left off from last time. Oh boy. Ooh, male pattern baldness. Alright, let me put on my songs. Bear with me for just a second on the other monitor. And I'm going to play with the audio levels a little bit. I mean, I can hear it. I hope everybody else can. But we're not going to worry about that either way. We're just going to dive right in. One thing I didn't remember was my script. Actually, let's not show that. Sorry, just give me 1 second. I just really don't want to show off Google Drive right now. Okay, so here's the script for Homesick Adventures Episode 5, and we're on... I can't remember what page we were on before that. We're about here on page 13. We did this. We did that. We're in the middle of this. So, Hiro is dragging himself over to the tome in the middle of combat with Kakato. So, that's where we left off. So, let's quickly review. Dark Valentine attack. He's laughing at their name. He's laughing at his name. There's an explosion. Chitoge goes flying. Hiro just out of range of the blast. You know what I should do that I didn't think of last time? Make this a little bit clearer. That he's descending. And then he lands, and Hiro is dragging himself over. And just barely gets there. And here's kind of why I wish I hadn't stopped at this point, because I had a clear idea of what I wanted to do at this point, and now I can't remember what it was. Maybe I'm like picturing Kakato walking closer, but I don't know what angle that should be at. Let's just go for it. One thing I did really like from last time... by the way, apologies that I didn't do a stream last night. I was just kind of over-encumbered with exhaustion, so I really needed a night to myself. And honestly, actually, no, why am I apologizing? I'm not going to apologize. I needed a mental health day. And in fact, I don't think doing this every day is sustainable anyway. So, yeah, I take it back. I don't apologize. I apologize for nothing. I'm just gonna draw Kakato walking. That's what I was gonna say is... That is one thing I kind of appreciated from the last session, was less pondering and thinking about what I should do, and more just drawing. And if something isn't working, you erase. But the only way to waste time is to not perform action. So that'd be this foot forward. Maybe he should have, like, the anime clouded out face. Oh, well, I mean, this is on this side of his face anyway, so you won't see much regardless. Oh god. Bless me? Excuse me. Bless me. Excuse you. You know, I'll take a badly timed sneeze over a non-existent sneeze any day. Like the sneeze that never goes away. Whoops. Ugh. And now that I say that, I just can't stop sneezing. Alright. And he's walking this way. And now I want a shot of Hero getting the tome. I initially pictured him like almost straddling it, but now I'm like, maybe he'd be more dramatic if like he just barely gets his hand on it. Like one of these guys. Cool. Then we switch to... I'm so glad I started doing like straight lines with this guy. It's so much cleaner. Again, not that it particularly matters, but as somebody who nitpicks over the line work a lot, no, whatever. I think it's behooves one more shot of Kakuto. Oh, I totally forgot. What is... So, how am I feeling right now? I'm trying to think of how many frames I'm going to do. I'm feeling okay. I don't know if I want to commit to 40 just yet. Let's see. We are at 442, so to get to 40 it would be 482, or I can go to 462. I can definitely commit to at least 20. I don't know if like 40 is tenable. So let's go up to 462 and see how we feel. Okay. Got an idea. Slightly closer shot of Kakuto. Oop. How did that happen? I kind of almost like how his hair, like... Oops. His hair, like, acts as this obscuring force. He's walking. Maybe he puts a hand up. Like he's charging up a power attack, something. Oh my god, it's 4 fingers. Or 5 fingers. Whatever. Okay. Okay, so now I want another shot of Hero. I'm thinking it'll be from like this perspective. And I'm feeling the itch for a Dutch angle again. But we'll see how this turns out first. But I can already tell I want it. Oh, you know what I should do? The one thing I need to make sure that I illustrate every time is that he has to open the tome to actually use it. And that's something I've been kind of lax in. I mean, not that I'm lax in it, it's more that I keep forgetting about it. This is not an ideal perspective, but I will make it work. Well, it actually didn't turn out too bad. Yeah. And the interesting thing about this is actually the first time he's used this ability during this entire fight. Like, this is his first time actually really going for... This is something I didn't even account for. It's like, he's not used his ability, like his primary ability, during the entire fight. He just kind of went in for melee attacks, which is actually really unlike him. Interesting. Sorry. Where do I put his body? No. There we go. I can't help it. And I'll duplicate this frame. Do I want to change angles? I don't know. I'm debating if I should change angles while the ability is cast. Oh, one thing I should have mentioned at the top of this, not only am I excited that this is Friday, but I'm excited that we're getting very, very close to being done with this fight scene, which means that I'm almost done with the storyboard of the whole thing. Here, let me quickly show this off. So we're on page 13 of 17. The fight scene ends... Where are we? The fight scene ends basically here on page 50. So like a page and a half later. And then we do a conclusion in a different location, but it's pretty quick. So we are very much in the home stretch. So yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. Checking my stuff. I really should alt tab more because you get a look at my my desktop background every time I do that. Whoops. Okay. The lazy part of me is like, I should just... So, okay. Let me back up a little bit. So, what needs to happen next is... Hero just barely pulls himself over to use the spell. Yeah, so we did that. So now it's casting a spell, and it's going to send out flying daggers, but Kakuto still blocks them all. So, to illustrate that, do I do like a different perspective of the tome as it's casting the spell? The lazy part of me says no, just do it from the same angle. But also the artistic side of me says this might be the better angle to do anyway. So I'm just going to do this. So I'm going to duplicate. And what I'm going to do is scale them down. Whoops. And I really want to play with some perspective here, so he's way back there. Anchor that down. And there are, it looks like daggers, but it's actually just date pits. I'm not going to waste time drawing this over and over again. And the reason they are date pits is because the line of casting carelessly over your shoulder the seeds of 13 dates. That is a reference to... I'm practicing... Bear with me. I'm practicing doing stuff and talking at the same time. That is a reference to 1001 Arabian Nights, which has the most buck-wild story that I will quickly abridge. Basically, a merchant goes on a pilgrimage to hawk his wares, as you do. I don't need to do that. Paste. And while he's at camp one day, he's eating dates and casting them over his shoulder, you know, as you do. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a djinn comes out, and it's like, you killed my son. And he's like, Cap? No, I didn't. And he's like, yes, you killed my son. You threw your date seeds over your shoulder, and the date seed hit my son in the eye and killed him. Now I must kill you as a blood debt. So this is kind of a reference to that story, which is, which in and of itself, I remember reading that. I was probably on a plane reading that, and I'm just thinking, okay, several problems with this story. I mean, granted, it's a 1,000-year-old story, give him a break, but there's a lot of problems with it. First of all, as a rational person, I'd be like, do you have any proof that I killed your son? No, you're just going to kill me, and that's going to be the blood debt? Okay, cool, whatever. Yeah, the guy just kind of just takes it on face value. The other issue is, and this is a little bit more cruel, but if your son catches a wayward date seed in the eye, and he just fucking keels over, good. Get out of the gene pool. Like, frankly. Okay, so now I'm going to get a shot of Kakato with these date seeds in front of him. Actually, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I just drew it. I might scale this Kakato down. Wait a minute. Shit. I'm just realizing. Did I miss a line? Kakato blasts her across the room again. She just... Hero just barely pulls himself... I feel like I missed a line somewhere. Wait. Oh, this is the line I was worried about. Did I do that last time? Shit. I'm really worried. Hold on. Pause. Where is that? Okay, so... check a bust from the boxes in her... Fuck! In her demon form. Yeah. I vaguely remember drawing that, but... Okay, so she... That's a snack back, I think. Okay, this must be it. She's angry. She lands a punch on him. Oh yeah, I copied the exact same frame. Yep. Okay, cool. I totally did all this. Alright. Whew. Alright. Apologies. I was probably drinking last time, so I don't remember doing that. What I was going to say before I rudely interrupted myself was that I'm starting to realize, like, maybe these scenes... And I expect to have to cut some stuff, but I feel like I'm getting to the point where a lot of these scenes are kind of just like, okay, yeah, we get it. He's way stronger than they are. I feel like I'm kind of hammering that home. And in all honesty, I really, really hope that I cut out a decent amount of scenes, because using the metric that writers go by of 1 page per minute, that means we're at 17 minutes, which is way, way, way longer than I wanted it to be. That's not bad. I think... Let me... I definitely want them... pointing at him. Anchor, paste, click, rotate, and I might be super lazy and just boom, Shift? Shift does not work. Cool, Gimp. I thank you. I hate it. Fuck, I'll just stop being lazy. Actually, in fact, this is even lazier because I can just go like, boop. Was it 4? I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it was 4. Could be as many as we want. As Bob Ross would say, this is our world. We can do whatever we want. God, he kind of sounds like a sociopath when he says that. Okay, anchor all that down. Some speed lines. Magical trails. I'm debating if I want to show like his hand charging an attack. Maybe I don't need it. Yeah, I'll just go for the more minimal approach, which is him deflecting. I'm debating if I want a different angle or the same angle. Choices. Okay. Sorry, thinking. I could do one frame that's essentially like this, and then just like a. I could flash a screen with a strike. Wait, I see donuts and eclairs. Hold on. This is donut day? Okay. You know what's funny is I don't even know why I got distracted there. I don't even like donuts that much. I feel like doing the flash is a little boring. I want to actually see him animated doing the thing. I don't want to draw him from the perspective with his hair all up in the screen again. I feel like it's a really boring angle. But I also don't want to break the 180 rule, which I might not necessarily be doing, but Curiouser and curiouser. I'll just do it from the front. I'm overthinking. I'm definitely getting to the point where I'm overthinking this. Do it from the front. How you like it, daddy? How you like it, daddy? The best part is that song's so old, I probably can't even get copyright hit for that. From the faraway time of 2004. The dystopian, ancient, dark time. So I'm gonna be lazy and zoom in on him. Whoops. So it's this shot. Wait a minute. I could... Okay, I got it. I think I got it. I hope I got it. This might look terrible. My favorite thing is like saying I got it with such confidence and really not feeling very confident. So what I'm going to do is... There's a lot of different ways I could do this. So I don't need this guy anymore. Whoops. 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 Oi. Kakato, dude, you okay? That was a complete accident, but I actually kind of like it. I think I talked about this last time, but what was it? Pose man, action pose man. Using that technique to get a quick pose is the king strategy. So the idea here being that the reason I skipped the magic charge up is that he doesn't even need magic for this attack. This is just straight up just there's no magic, just might. Heroes of Might and Magic 12 or whatever. I like it actually. So I'm going to reuse this shot a few different ways. So one thing I want to do is duplicate. Okay, let's run through it. So he does that, he does that, he does that. Zooms in briefly, and then in one frame he's like. So I want to draw some. Action lines. So he definitely went like that. I might just do the Zoro symbol. One. Shite. That's fine. And then duplicate. That's fine. I'll rename these. So fuck, how am I gonna do this? He swipes. So now I want to zoom out. I'm going to rename this to number 4, just to make my life a little easier. Then this to number 2. Then this to number 3. It's like I never fucked up to begin with. Sorry. Okay. So now I want to zoom this guy out. Not quite that much. Yeah, sure. Something dynamic. I actually don't think I need that none anymore. Do I still have the thing? Oh, I do. I can see what I have pasted here. So I'm gonna Sorry, I'm thinking. My mind is running a mile a minute. Can do a lot of things with this. They kind of look like conch shells. Just realized. So I want to put them near the key critical parts where it looks like he did a stroke, so that it looks like they're being deflected. And definitely making sure that they look like they were being flung off. I just realized I didn't hit anchor on everyone. I have no idea how this is going to work out. Hopefully I can anchor all of them at the same time. It's not going to freak out on me. Oh, cool. So what I'll do to really sell it... Whoops. Okay, re-anchor that. Sell it. Sell it, sell it, sell it. Oops. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I was kind of thinking of like, damn it, which angles did they come from? But it also, again, this is something that'll be figured out in the animation process. I don't really need to nitpick it right now. Okay. And let me... I think I've got an idea for the next couple of frames. Not duplicate, delete. Duplicate this. I just want to help sell this a little better. That they are magical thingamajigs. Boom. Boom. And so they... Like he's blocking them like nothing. Like they're not even tangible things. Oh, I just realized the tome calls out 13 dates and I only did 4. Maybe that's something that... Alright, here's what I'll do. Cool. And that'll make this shot even more impressive. So next, just to double check. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, we're past that. Past my paranoia. So sends out flying daggers, but Kakato blocks them all. Yeah, daggers, in quotes, whatever. They were date seeds, they were conch shells. Kakato performs a similar spell, and Hero gets blasted back. Man, these kids are getting fucked up. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to keep persistent damage going. So I'm thinking... Kakato is charging up an attack. I almost, just looking at this pose already, I already feel like I should be, like the attack should be coming out of his back. Hunching over for our shit. Ugh. That does remind me I need to save. Shave. I do need to shave as well. Okay. The more and more I do this, the more days I stream and practice drawing, the less chaotic it feels. I kind of feel like I'm getting a feel for this, which is awful because I need to replace this tablet. I need to get rid of this crap. So next shot will be duplicate, delete, then a hand. If we do nothing else tonight, I really, really hope we get to this one special part in the script. Where are we at? We're at... I might be able to get there. And I feel like this is totally a shot I could have copy-pasted from somewhere else, but whatever. It's okay. I'm already almost done. Whoops. Whoops. All right. Okie dokie. No. I like showcasing the, his hand blasting the power, but I also don't want to reveal that second eye. Like, sorry, his power blowing his hair in the wind, but I don't want to move that hair out of the eye. Like, I think that's pretty central to the character. And what I'll do, what I'll do is, I think you already know where I'm going with this. It's a similar attack, right? Yeah, actually, never mind. I was going to copy pasta, but I think I'll just make this much easier on myself. Because I'm going to have to redraw the things anyway, because I have a special idea. A special idea that I've had since I came up with this shot. Okay, so his attack is... Oh, wait, how do I draw this? I was literally about to look up reference, but I'm like, fuck it. Actually, it'll become very clear what I'm talking about in a moment. Nope, that looks really wrong. Something more like this. Yeah, there we go. Much better. And then I can't be bothered to do that more than once. Whoops. Let's not move the pivot point. Let's flip. And paste again. Let's do this. Oh, I should have added more detail before I went copying it. It's okay. Rotate. Skate, scale. Okay, I'll do a couple more. Scale it down. I don't know, this just seems like a very natural shot. Like just something that was kind of inevitable. Whoops. How long have I been going? Oh, it's already been 40 minutes. That's impressive. Doesn't feel like it. Maybe I am enjoying this again. Maybe now that I'm past the stress of the week, time is actually flying because I'm enjoying myself. That really is the cruelest thing of fate, is the things you enjoy make time move by faster, and the things you hate make things go slower. Alright, that's good enough. So what these are... Actually, I think after I do this detail, it's still not going to be clear. Let me... Alright, for the first time during this storyboard process, I'm going to look up reference on another monitor. Oops. What? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Oops. Ah, I see where I was fucking up. Okay. It's one of those things where, like, you can totally picture the thing in your head, but for some reason you can't create it. And yes, I should have absolutely made one of them first before copy-pasting them, but it's okay. As bad as I'm drawing this, I'm probably still gonna have to, like, just say what it is. Whoop. Wow, that looks really horrendous. But it's a razor blade. His attacks are razor blades. I am hilarious. Okay. How do I want to do this? I really don't want to do these over again, but I really don't want to draw that, what I just did, fucking 7 more times. So I'm just going to start over. I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and not be lazy. You see it updated there. Control V. Whoops. Flip. Okay, now I can copy from that one if I need to. Cool. Anchor, paste, transform, rotate it slightly. Where looks good? Nowhere. So let's just do that. Scale it down a bit more. It doesn't look as good as before, but that's okay. Then maybe another one. This one I'll make really small. I'm just thinking of the timed 13 that I did in the other shot. Maybe that could be a like an on-screen anime text thing. I don't think I need my reference anymore. I'm actually feeling pretty okay in terms of energy and pacing myself. I would... I haven't gone quite as far as I thought I had. But I'm feeling confident currently. I'm feeling that I could get through the 40 before the end of the night. But I definitely don't want to put my stake in the ground just yet. Sorry, just a sec. Okay. A little bit smaller on this one. Here's what I'm gonna do. Ah, fuck. Oops. I used to do this all the time. Just like, I can't be bothered to copy all that shit. It's just a lot of them, alright? Oh man, you can tell I'm losing my patience. I definitely want to take a break at some point soon. Almost fucked that up. Whoops. Can I do... I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be perfect. Here. Even better. Can even be like that. Just so long as it looks like 10x of what Hero and the Tome did. Alright, good enough. You know what I haven't done? Save. I hate to say it, but I kind of wish the loads took a little bit longer, just because they gave me a chance to rest my hand, if nothing else. All right. So these attacks are coming out of him in some capacity. Whoops. This looks ridiculous. It's a shower of razor blades, just like everything I've ever wanted. I don't have to get every single one, just gotta get it to look not obviously wrong. Alright, good enough. Now, Hero gets blasted back. I think. Performs a similar spell. Hero gets blasted back. Chitage launches into attacks once more. But after several misses, Kakuto hits her. So it's just another skirmish again. God, I'm tempted to just draw the same thing again. I don't want to draw the same thing again. No. There's got to be a way to mix it up. I know how that skirmish is going to end. I just don't know what the actual attacks are going to be. This is definitely a case of like, oh, fuck it, I'll figure it out later. Alright. So, you know what I will do, though? What is that? For that. For that. Before that. For that. God, I do love drawing butts. After that, I think. Wait. No. No. Where the it's the one where Hero's looking at the screen. Shite. I don't remember where it is. Must be before this, right? Yeah, here we go. This one. So what I'm going to do is duplicate that. Come on. That's fine. Hero reacts shocked. That's the important thing. I didn't waste too much time on it. I wonder if it would have been faster for me to oh, I know what to do. Yeah. I wonder if it would have been faster for me to draw that, or if the amount of time I took finding it was longer. So Hero is holding onto the tome as he goes flying through the air. Whoops, made it a little too thick. I'm not really sure how big Hero is relative to the, or how big the tome is relative to the, how big the tome is relative to the Hero. I always assumed that the tome was was pretty damn big. Nah. Okay. Cool. I want to show Hero landing. Probably. Maybe I'll show Hero landing. I did a similar shot in the previous fight scene where Hero goes flying and then Chitoge jumps in front. Actually, I think it's the other way around. But whatever. Actually, let me think ahead a little bit. Okay, so what happens later is Kakato walks to the tomb on the ground near Hero, so it kind of behooves them to get separated at this point. What did I have highlighted? Gets blasted back. So I'm doing this. Overthinking it for sure. Can already tell a lot of this shit's gonna get cut because it comes. It's funny. It all feels different in the script, but in my head, it all looks so different. But now that I'm actually seeing it like personified, I'm like, oh, that's basically the exact same shot I did like 5 minutes ago. And that'll be something I just need to learn to be better about. You know what? I'll flip the script quite literally. Maybe he's landing on his back, actually. Oh, he's dead. He's dead as fuck. Maybe he does a bounce. You know, honestly, instead of drawing like one frame of the bounce and then another frame of the bounce, I feel like for the sake of storyboards, arrows like this should definitely be more my go-to. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are here to see me learn on screen, frankly. Okay. So now Chitoge attacks Kakato again. Hero's now screen right. Kakato screen left. Which seems to have flipped. Wait, no, it's before this. Where is... Nah, I'm going the wrong way. There it is. The eye make me bleed. Punch and swing. Oh yeah, he's just giving him a fucking spanking at this point. Now that I'm... And I think I mentioned this before, but it's just like... Oh, God. Okay, we get it. You're kicking their asses. But I will definitely be editing this down. Maybe I'll just do that super hyper fast. Okay, so Kakato's screen right. Yeah, I just might do the hyper fast dodging you see in anime all the time. No. This guy's arms crossed, maybe. Just something a little bit different. And maybe he's got his arms crossed while he's dodging her. Ooh, I love the hip action. That was a total accident. I mean, I did that on purpose. I'm an artist. Okay, I think I got the next couple shots in mind. I just need to get through this. Oh, I'm almost at 20, and I'm almost at an hour. So I'm gonna do the chop on the neck that was illustrated in the script. Sorry. Launches two attacks once more, but after several misses, Kakato hits her on the back of the neck, and she passes out, returning to normal form. I'm gonna get to that point, and I'm gonna take a break. I'll tap. Come on. I actually don't want to delete this one. And the funny part about basically this entire fight, I was going to say they've landed no hits on him, but they've landed a solid 2 hits on him. And it's so funny seeing how things play out, just because the natural flow of how the scene goes and trying to maintain consistency of where people are placed. I always imagined this shot in reverse, but because of just the scenes that have preceded it, somehow Kakato just naturally ended up on the left side. I think he's gone back and forth, left to right, throughout the course of these scenes. But yeah, just somehow he ended up on this side of the screen at this point, which is the exact opposite of what I expected. Whoops. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. And with any luck, if I get through these next few shots pretty effectively, then I should be able to get to the scene that I've been looking forward to pretty much this entire time. The entire time working on this. Bear with me. Sorry, I just got a message from my day job. Make sure I didn't break anything. Excuse me. Alright, cool. Not an emergency. I didn't break anything. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah. Super fast anime punches. I think this is like the 3rd time I've done this shot in this episode. Whoops. It's such a hard thing to illustrate. I don't know how I made him pregnant. Let's just start over. I'm way overthinking the arm placements. There we go. Much better. Okay. I want her to have like a really like beast-like pose. I want to emphasize that when when she's in this form, she's dropping all finesse and just going to be an absolute monster. Whoops. How did that happen? Whoops-a-daisy. Not sure if she's too hunched over, but... I mean, the angle should be extreme, but I'm not sure if it's, like... too much. Eh. How do you draw the multiple arms thing? I mean, it looks... It's one of those things that looks okay in passing. She's got 1,000 arms. No. Nope. Taking mistake lines and making them something useful. Okay. Whatever. I mean, when you're doing like motion stuff like this, there's really no way around it other than to just say, I'm going to draw somebody with 3 heads. I do think this looks way better than my previous attempt, though. I mean, it's not exactly a high bar, but you get me. Just to be safe. Checking YouTube stuff. Okay. Oh, let me save. Where are we at? We're about an hour, and I have done roughly 40. But I'll go a little bit further, get to that chop, and then I'll take a real break. Okay. So I think I'm going to keep this one real simple, because again, this is like the 4th time we've seen this shit. So now she does a big punch. Maybe it goes the other way. Oof. That really is the practice with this process, is just trying to be okay with art that doesn't come out quite the way I want. Maybe not that bad. Even if it doesn't look right, I definitely want to make sure she looks balanced at all times. I don't know how I feel about that arm. It's like a scary movie. No, we don't have to talk about it. I'm kind of okay with the fact that her one arm is like way bigger. I'm almost picturing it like a Dragon Ball Z pump up type situation. But yeah, she did a big swipe. I want her face somewhat turned, but not too much. Ah, fuck. I actually did just think of something project relevant that I forgot to write down. I am going to pause for 1 second and go to my other screen and write this down because I do not want to forget about that. It's very important. Sorry, it's going to change the music real quick. Whoops. Swear, I've heard the same song like 5 times. I don't know if it's because it's all from the same artist, but I'm just like, I've heard that song before. Okay, notes taken. I'm no longer distracted. That's a lie. I'm always distracted. I feel like there's no way to do a live stream but to be distracted. Oh, actually, let's not draw it like that. It's starting to look a little inappropriate. That also looks inappropriate. You know what? Fuck it, his arms are crossed again. That looks inappropriate, but not as bad, at least. I gotta be extra careful about what I draw in front of a live studio audience. Trying to denote some movement. He dodges that way. And then I'm actually gonna reuse the drawing a little bit. That looks better. I think that'll work. So he does a karate chop. Maybe not quite that dramatic of an angle. I guess that looks okay. So wait, so I did 20 so far, and it only took me about an hour, so I can probably do another 20. Yeah, I think I can. I'm getting a little tired, but I think I can press on. Alright, so I'm going to call that good. I'm going to duplicate it. Sorry, by call that good, I mean I'm going to do this. Again, at what points do an open mouth help to sell the illusion? So Demon Chitoge gets chopped. Gets fucking chapped. Erase some of this other garbage line work. I will say, as tired as I am, it's not as bad as like, yeah, I'm tired, and then I also gotta like do shit to get ready for the work week or get ready to work for work the next day. Like at least this, it's like, well, if I'm up late, it's really not that big of a deal. Does that even read? No, it's becoming a mess of lines. How do I do this? Whoops. Oh, God, how many times am I going to do that? Okay, that's a chop line. Just accept it. Don't ask questions. I'm not opposed to using onomatopoeia to help my cause. Now she's regular Shitoge. And one thing I definitely want to do is I would always hide the transformation behind like some kind of visual effect. I want to actually like morph it. I want to like create some crazy effect of her transforming and like showcase that as much as possible. And actually, I'm going to do one more frame because it just occurred to me. So then she's on the ground. Maybe it's Kakuto's perspective. Having just chopped her. Whoops. I also love the idea of just like the equivalent of the Vulcan nerve pinch. Just like this one part of the body that just like, as soon as you tap it, they're just like, bleh. And I want to show, bear with me. Ugh. It's perfect. And then, what is it? So remember, Cocktail hits in the back of the neck. She passes out, returning to normal form. Cocktail walks over to the tome where... Okay, so I'll just showcase him in the background. The tome on the ground near Hero. Ugh, I could do better. Maybe Hero's like just barely trying to get up. Okay. Part of me wants to like showcase Toshi in the background, but yeah, I'm gonna save and I'm gonna take a quick break. But when I come back, I'm actually genuinely excited because this is a scene that I've been waiting to do for a very, very long time, and I'll talk more about that when I get back from the break. But yeah, I will BRB.
retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. I
Okay, sorry about the extended break, but I am back and ready for the home stretch of today's session. What I was saying right before I left is that I am super excited for what is on the horizon, but I won't spoil anything because you will see with your own eyes very soon. We get some more tunes. All right, I've already heard that one. Hold on. Oh my god, it's all the same. What? No. No. Oh, all these songs from the same artist are all the same. Sorry. Give me a second. So each of these playlists says like it's like 100 tracks. I won't show the artist. I mean, I do want to like give the artist credit, but I don't want to badmouth him either. So I'll just say that this is an artist on Spotify who has a bunch of royalty-free music, and I don't want to badmouth him, but I'm getting kind of like concerned. I feel like I'm being gaslit because the playlist says it's like 105 tracks or whatever, but a lot of them sound a lot the same. I'm sorry if you're the one who made this and you're listening to it. I'm not talking shit on your music. I actually really like your music. I just can't tell if I'm hearing the same songs or not. And that's probably me. It's probably me. Sorry, just a second. Let me open my window. I just closed it. And I was like, oh shit, it's hot. Ah, it's getting hot. It's getting summertime. Summertime loving. Okay. So, back to the grind. We are... Sorry, doing stream stuff. We are... Let's see. She passes out, returning to normal. So now we're doing the Kakuto walks towards the tome near Hero. I think the way I pictured this was actually with... it might be a POV shot of Hero. Or, sorry, a POV shot from Kakuto's perspective of Hero. I don't want to do this. What's an important part of the story is that Hero is not using the tome at this point, so I think I'll have Hero posing next to it. Very classic anime pose of just like, I'm fucked, but I'm going to pretend like I'm still a threat. This is already not going the way I pictured it in my head. But that's okay. Thank you, Poseman. I did copy it, right? Yeah. I always seem to be more paranoid about that when I first start drawing, as opposed to like after a bit of time. Sure. And I'm actually going to cheat this one. Sorry. I'm going to cheat this one a little bit smaller because I want some room for the tom. Back. Oh, come on. There we go. Shoot him up a little higher because the focus is really on the... No, I'm going to undo that. So I want this frame. I think... Looking ahead in the script a little bit. I'll keep it for now in case I change my mind. But I think what I want to do is like this. Fuck. Same problem again. Maybe the common denominator is me. Boom. Lock that down. Actually, this is the mouse one. Oh, come on, baby. I love how every single time I draw the tone, it's at like a 1/4 degree angle. Yeah, I don't hate that. Okay. So now, what do I do? Okay, I know what I'll do, actually. I don't need this one anymore. I did indeed change my mind. I'm going to duplicate this, delete that, and then I just want Kakato's shoes walking. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. What am I doing? Don't have to be perfect, Chris. Cool. And he's walking in that direction. I mean, no shit. He's not moonwalking. So... Oops. She drops to the ground. And that's a close-up of him walking. And then maybe I could do some kind of panning thing, but I don't necessarily need to denote that. And then I want like a really imposing... Because this is not from Heroes or the Tomes... Or this is not from Heroes' point of view. This is from the Tomes' point of view. So... Let's do... Not that big. Something like that, sure. He's got his arms on his hips. I really want the impression that, like, he's looking down on it. Alright. Good, good, good. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. Alright. Really, this is legendary tone of tales. I expected more from the fact of Yep. Alright, cool. We're getting there. So the next one is duplicate layer. So this is actually going to be an extreme close-up of his mouth. Oh god. Because of this art style, it's been so long since I've drawn a mouth. Hold on. Yeah. Should be not a tensed mouth, it should be a very relaxed mouth. Fill in his uvula a little bit. His throat hole. Gaping throat hole. I need to be done soon. I'm clearly very tired. Though, again, not as tired as I've been in previous sessions, so... I just want to take this moment to apologize for my attitude in the previous ones. Again, I said this before, but I definitely do very much love doing this stuff. It's just, you know, even the things you love can be grueling when you're that tired, when you've been at work all day. So he says the word he should never have said. Thinking ahead. I'm thinking about this shot. This shot's pretty easy. Any shot with a tome in it, where the tome's talking, it's not hard. Here. I'll do it while I'm thinking about it. So, do I want to do a different angle or that same looking down on him angle? I mean, thematically wise, it almost makes sense that we showcase him looking down in the tome again while making this declaration of I was cautioned against using your true name, but it just turns out it's nothing to fear from a dusty old book and its ragtag group of homeless children. Thematically, yes, it is an appropriate shot, but I feel like this isn't the most compelling angle, so I might change it up. I have an idea of how to do it. Okay. Oop. So, in the time it took me to draw the tome, I have an idea. Whoop. I'm going to actually copy this one. Whenever I say I've got an idea very confidently, it usually means I'm going to copy-paste something. I'm actually going to do this in 2 frames. So that one there. And then Kakuto is so confident and so cocky. I mean, and frankly, why wouldn't he be? He's basically faced no challenge since he's been here. I feel like this is a very anime shot. I'm not drawing fucking fingers. Can't be bothered. And I'm trying to think of the next shot, because I think this is only like the first half of this line of dialogue. And I think I want to flip the camera, actually. I will say, and again, not to like pat myself in the back too much, but this character does very much come across as a threat. Like the first real threat they've actually faced. Especially because I really, really hammered home, like, yes, they cannot beat him. Okay, I copied it. And then I want the tome... here. Maybe not quite that big. It's like I find a new way to draw this shape every time. It's probably okay. So we got Hero. Hero's literally just a foreground element. I'm rethinking this framing. I don't think I like this quite as much. Let's start over. I'm thinking like more of like a very centered shot on Kakuto because this is a very important line. Man, motherfucker does a lot of arm crossing and a lot of hands on hips. And I might even break this up into 2 shots just to emphasize the change in expression. Okay. So all this, duplicate. So yeah, that's good. And then like he tilts his head slightly up, slightly more up. Nah, more than that. Oh yeah. Cool. And I think I might copy pasta at this point. I'm saving. Oh my god, I hate that scroll. I hate that loading bar whenever I'm saving. I'm putting my hands down. Ooh, this is taking a long time to save. But hey, look at this. We've almost hit half 1,000 frames. That's crazy. That's so many drawings. I don't know if that's something to celebrate or if that's something to say, hey, Chris, maybe you should scope your script a little bit. Okay, back. Speaking of script, let's check back here. So we just did this. So the long fight scene is over, actually. Thank God. And then now we're about to get to my favorite part. Okay, sorry, hold on. Let me compose myself. Because let me take a sip of beer. But first I will say that I mentioned before I went on break that this is a shot that I've been excited for a very long time. And the reason for that is because Kakato is a new character to the series, yes, but he is also a character that I have been thinking about in some form for the past 5, almost 6 years. Kakato was always supposed to be a part of the series. He was very different in this iteration. However, the scene that I'm describing now, the scene that I'm animating, or I'm about to animate, we've made some changes when we rewrote the script and did this, but this is like the one part that has not changed. Or it's not changed very much, I should say. So I'm really excited to finally see this scene coming to fruition. I'm excited to hire somebody to help me make it. I'm excited to see it on screen. And I'm excited to draw it for all of you tonight. Sorry, just a sec. Okay. We're not going to get very, very deep into the scene, but I think I can at least build up the hype moment. So, we've just had a moment where Kakato is mocking the Tome, and Tome is clapping back. Actually, this shot, I'm not even going to fucking draw this again. Where is it? This one. Duplicate. Cool. Done. Hero, do me a favor and hold your arms out at a 45-degree angle. And then Hero goes, oh, like an airplane. Oh, you mean like an airplane? That was the one I just copied. What is the shortcut for... There is no shortcut for duplicate layer. F1? Not installed in my language. English? Okay. Well, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Sorry, I forgot this program is written in fucking Estonian. I'm kind of kidding, but also kind of not. This could be an Eastern European product for all I know. Eastern European? Northern European, excuse me. Okay. So, the airplane pose is pretty obvious. Let me just get the Tome out of the way. The obligatory Tome shot that takes me, like, no brain power. But I feel like he needs a pose before that. Or maybe Maybe this is the same trap I've been getting into this whole time. I don't need to draw every in-between. These are storyboards. It's meant to showcase, like, the broad strokes. So let me just do... That's fine. Hero's such a good boy. Ooh, you mean like an airplane? Erase that so it doesn't look like some kind of direction. I really gotta work on my circle drawing. Alright, good enough. Alright. This is where things get a little crazy, so I need to kind of figure this out. Oh, wait a minute. Are we breaking the 180 rule? No, we just kind of lost continuity. I mean, the tome is facing the wrong way in this shot, but I don't really have a problem with that. That's something I can fix when we're animating. I can't wait to get to the animation process and be like, ah, shit. Like, all this stuff that I said didn't matter now matters. Alright, so this is the shot where he's going... oh, you mean like an airplane? That's right, like an airplane. God, level 1! Avitus! Alright, hero starts glowing and rising from the ground. The tome floating in front of his chest. Electricity shooting around the room. In this state, hero and the tome speak in unison. Okay. I'm trying to think of what would be the most compelling angle. I could very easily just copy this. There's a moment where he reacts to it. So maybe this behooves an over-the-shoulder shot? But I also want to showcase that something's changing. So I need to show that. Wait a minute. I just got a funny idea. What if I do this? Delete that. And then hero in his T-pose. And I'm probably going to copy this so I don't have to keep drawing it over and over again. I'll just keep it like that. Actually, I'll draw his hair at least. And belt line and his sleeves. Okay. And then duplicate. And then... Oh, wait. No. Well, no. This is fine. So, going over to my other monitor. This is a convenient time to check the chat while I'm pulling up an image. What the fuck is it called? I wish I knew. Ah, that's what it's called. Yes. I feel a fool for not knowing. Copy image, and then how's this gonna work? That's right. It's the Vitruvian Man. Oh, I wonder if Twitch is gonna strike me. Quickly, put it to... Why did that not save? What? Why did that not... Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, it compressed everything. Alright, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me... Watch my channel get struck for that. This is so stupid. It's like, it's art! New layer. I don't know why it says contact. The Trivia Man. Yes. Please don't strike me, YouTube. Scale it into place. I just want this to flash on screen for like a second. Speaking of flash, overlay now. It looks fucking great. Sorry, let me just make sure my channel hasn't been nuked. Alright, we're good. I don't know what the idea I was doing here was. Oh, so I'll just hide this for now so I don't get in trouble. V-Man. Hello, Mr. Freeman. That was the worst G-Man impression in the history of mankind. That was pretty impressive. Okay. So... God level 1. Alright, let me go back to the script. Enough getting distracted. Hero starts glowing and rising from the ground. The tome floating in front of his chest. So, there's a lot going on. How do I illustrate that appropriately? In fact, I'm gonna... No. Because I need to put the tome in here. And I want to draw him at a weird angle so it's very clear that he's gonna realign. But yeah, what's happening here is this is the power scaling moment of the series. Holy shit. The whole point of this Tome of Tales is that he's supposed to be like the most powerful thing in the universe, and I never really show it. So, let's show it. And then I want to show like it's so funny. It's such like a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood thing. It's just such a like a showing actual like geometric scales of humans and stuff. And then I want to show Hero starting to float, and then I'll cut to an over the shoulder with Kakato. Okay, that works for me. Let me... Actually, I'll make him a little bit more panicked. And then I'm going to draw the tome in perfect geometric scale. Perfect, in quotes. Perfect. You didn't see that. We don't need to talk about that. What mistake? You're a mistake. Your mom's a mistake. Your mom called me last night and told me you were a mistake. What the fuck? What is wrong with me? Okay, glowy effect. Whoa, what's going on? I should definitely show... Whatever. All this other line detail doesn't matter. The tone went from there to there, from there to there. And I'm gonna draw an outline. And I specifically designed this scene. So the original version of the scene had him like donning this crazy suit of armor and doing this crazy like battle and like redesigning the sprite. And it's like the suit of armor like controlled him. But I was like, God, Jesus, that's gonna be so hard to animate. And if I can't find another animator, I'm fucked. Like, what's something a little bit simpler that I'm sure I can accomplish? Sorry, I'm thinking through the scene a little bit. Ooh, you mean like an airplane? That's right, like an airplane. God level 1, Avitus! Whoa, what's going on? Okay. Blip, blip. Here's what I'll do. So I'm gonna do this. Holy shit, I'm already at 480. And I'm at 2 hours and 14. I'm actually feeling pretty good. Maybe I'm just excited to finally see this scene coming alive. Or maybe because I hit my groove and I know... Oh, I forgot to get rid of the arrow. Oops. Shit. Alright. Oh, I haven't zoomed in this whole time. Maybe I'll go for another 30 minutes, at most another hour. I don't want to push myself too hard, but at the same time, I'm hitting my stride. Why is this so difficult? No. No. You know, it's fine. Whatever. Whoa. Hold on. Ugh, fuck. I fucked that whole thing up. Just want to show him, like, just ever so slightly backing up. Yeah, just do him in like a kung fu pose, whatever. Ah, for fuck's sake. He doesn't need eyes from this angle. And we're doing the nutty the fuck. I don't know if that line's gonna stay. We did record it with the actor, and it's really fucking funny, but I don't know. It might be too silly. What shoulder was that? It doesn't matter. Okay, now I care all of a sudden. Right shoulder is back. Okay. It's kind of funny how quickly you go from not... It's like, whatever, I'll figure it out later, to, let me actually look. Yeah. Nutty the fuck. There we go. There it is. And now I want to do a wide shot. Yeah. So that's our Kakato. And that's how you know it's him. And now do the wide shot hero with the tome in front of him. Here's what I'll do. Fucking come on! Close the thing. Good lord. So he starts there. And I'll redraw him, or I'll add more detail. One thing I've been predicting as a problem is, so during the sequence, like, I want Hero's eyes to go all white. It's almost like the Avatar state from Avatar: The Last Airbender or something like that. And it's like, how do I denote that in the storyboards? I don't know. I mean, it could just be that I just need to make it a note somewhere and not worry about it in the storyboards particularly, but whatever. Sorry, just a sec. Alright. So next frame. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. So next frame. And this is something I'm really glad I'm getting in storyboard because I've only ever thought about it. I haven't written this down anywhere, so you are actually getting a Homesick Adventures exclusive by watching this stream right now. So by the time he's at the top of the screen there, and I'll make that a separate frame. So let's go back to this previous frame. I'll explain what I was talking about in a second. Bear with me. Just want to make sure he's still got the glowy around him. There's like electricity going around the room. Ooh, look at that shit. It's been a long time since I've drawn electricity. I don't even know if this is accurate. I'm kind of just relying on muscle memory to remind me how to do this shit. Definitely want to arc in multiple places. Okay, and then he gets up here. Now here's the interesting shit. Oops. I want, and I'm definitely gonna want to zoom in for this one. He's got like various. How do I want to do this? Let me create a new layer. I'll rename it later. And I'm kind of thinking almost like a Hindu deity type situation where he's got all these hands coming at him. And these hands are both offense and defense. They are like magical tendrils that fly around the environment and kick Kakuto's ass. So like the tides of the battle completely turn. But this is going to be something that I completely rotoscope, but I do want to represent it in the storyboards in some fashion. And I don't really have a plan for what these look like. I'm just kind of going for it. Praise up! I do know I want them at every cardinal direction, basically. You got some T-pose. I might even make them bigger so that they read on the screen a little bit more. This reminds me of like the scene with Netero in Hunter x Hunter. And the last ones are going to be kind of hard to draw because they overlap with everything, but I'll try my best. Oh my god, that looks horrible. Kind of the thought I'm going for here is that... Oh, that looks fucking dog shit. But I know what it is. That's the important thing. I can actually probably scale it up a little bit. It'll make my life a little easier. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to undo those, then scale it up. Then I'll draw those last couple ones. Scale it up just a little bit. Sure, I can always move hero later. Okay, then I'll draw the other hands. I want these last ones to like cross his body. It makes a lot more sense when I'm doing the poses in front of the mirror. I'm having a really hard time with this. No, I don't like that at all. Fucking hell, man. I need to wrap up soon. Maybe... Let me think about this for a second. I'm still going to draw it, but I'm trying to figure out what's... So this is what we're doing right now. Shahrazad, the little chant. And the hands are coming out. This is actually before this. I feel like this will be tomorrow. So... And tomorrow will be on page 15. Let's go. Okay. Let me think about this. So I want to do this last shot, and then I think when he says the phrase "as a god," it like zooms in on him. And I could probably do that in such a way that I could repurpose that frame for later use. Oh shit. Save. Jesus Christ, save. If I save anything, it's gotta be this. But yeah, I definitely need to wrap up very soon. I can't believe it's already been like 2.5 hours. It really doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like this has been a super taxing stream. I just think, you know, maybe getting a couple days break and like giving myself some space to breathe and giving myself some space not to hate this is kind of really done wonders on my mental health. Let me rename that. Yeah. Okay. I want these crossed in front of him. I can't... What if it's like... Yeah, that kind of works. The arms that are like right in front of him are almost like the whole thing is like obviously drawing a lot of inspiration from Hinduism and Buddhism and whatnot. So there's almost like a Buddhist prayer thing. So the references to Hunter x Hunter are definitely very apt, but yeah, now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, fuck, man, that's a very tight space to illustrate that. It's getting very, even in the storyboard phase, it's getting very visually noisy. So I'm a little worried about that one element. But the idea that I'm going for is like, it's basically this array of infinite hands that gives him omnipotent control of the environment around him. And the two that are in front of his body are sort of like his defense. So this is like a state of primary offense as opposed to defense, etc., etc. The point is, I would love to do it like this. I'm going to try my best, but I'm worried. Well, at any rate, let's do that last frame, and let's call it a night. Do I want to I don't think... Oh, you know, it'd be really cool. Make it sort of like a ghostly over image. Sure. It kind of helps you tell what's tangible and what's not. I almost forgot. I got so caught up with the arms, I didn't draw the glowy. Sure. All right. All right. I got one more frame I want to do, and I'm debating in my mind how I want to portray it. Save. So it's like a... Ooh! Ooh, I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. Okay. Yes. Okay. I've been struck with inspiration as if by a lightning storm. Hide that. Man, I'm gonna have to remember... I have to remember those. Those are linked to that. Ooh, actually, okay. I had one idea. I think I have a better one. I'm gonna replicate some ideas from previous Kakato. Actually, let's do it a little smaller. With a tome. Definitely in frame. Nah. Boom, boom, boom. And then this will be... What's striking about this would be... It's a expression that Hero's never made, and it's like it's a personality that doesn't embody him. So it's very clear that he's not himself. Just for clarity, when you're just like watching this and you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? So the idea that's happening here is every time... So the Tome of Tales is like this omnipotent tome, this omnipotent book that you can use to conjure things and manipulate the world around you. And Hero's been using it as such, but he's an idiot, so he's not using it very well. So now that we're in this dire situation, the tome is showing that okay, actually, never mind. I'm going to take over for a minute. And so he's just revealing, like, yo, I can actually take over your body, and I can show you how powerful I really am. And so what's happening here is, not only is he taking over Hero's body in order to fight back against the bad guy, but he's also showing just how much power he has. So really, it's illustrating this idea of, like, okay, I was kind of just going along with y'all for most of this, but really I'm in control this whole time. I really want to illustrate that before. That same shit I was seeing before. There we go. And his eyes are glowing. There we go. I did it. I fucking did it. I got the eye glowing in there. Let's go. Okay. Cool. I'm happy with that. And then next time we get to actually see some of this action in action. But hey, thank you so much for watching. You could have done a lot of stuff on a Friday night. You could have gotten drunk and had sex with a stranger. You could have gone and gone to your stepfather's house and egged it or something. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying words. But if you're watching this live, you took the time to watch me watch some stranger draw shitty cartoons on the internet, and I really appreciate that. I do this out of passion. I don't do this for money. Not that I'm getting any money, but I do this because I love it, and I hope that you get as much enjoyment out of this as I do. And I hope that I get to see you and others in the next one. And again, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.